Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Soundhead Entertainment first annual Christmas Day Bash at Daytona here on NR 2003. And first off, we want to wish you a happy holidays. And boy, are we in for a good race today. This is basically what we're going to do. We're going to take all the AI, set them to 100, and let them go hog wild here at Daytona International Speedway. We have a couple of onboard cameras here today. Ryan Blaney we're riding on board with right now. Just behind him is Clint Boyer in the number 14. And a little bit further back in the pack is Chris Buescher in the number 37 for JTG Racing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to get underway here. It'll be an 8-lap race, a short dash at Daytona, but the AI will be fighting for every inch for bragging rights for the first annual Christmas Day Bash. This is going to be a good race, and the lights are on, and the green flag is out. The race is underway for 8 laps here at Daytona with Dale Earnhardt Jr. taking the lead early and goes to the outside to block Chase Elliott. Brad Keselowski and Stenhouse look low. They might get a nose up underneath Dale Jr. into the first corner, and they do. Brad Keselowski on the bottom now with momentum from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just behind him. So Brad Keselowski moves to the point early on. Nothing surprising there. 3 wide already coming out of turn 2 onto the backstretch. And we got speed in the backstretch as well. Look at these cars flying by. Absolutely incredible here at the Christmas Day Bash. 3 wide. Brad Keselowski on the high side. Stenhouse ditches him for the middle, but Joey Logano goes low from Ryan Blaney. So now we have 3 wide. It looks like Brad Keselowski's been left on the outside. Joey Logano takes the lead now, but Ryan Blaney's going to look to his inside as Logano goes high to block. The cars are mixing it up. On board with Clint Boyer now and the number 14 as we come through the triangle. Great onboard shot here. Just behind the leader, Ryan Blaney, who has cleared the other cars up high. Clint Boyer is pushing him from behind here. Now riding on board with Kenseth in third. Pushing those boys behind him. They're going to dive low on Blaney and try to get around him. Boyer might look for the lead here now. But Kenseth is going to look underneath Boyer for the lead potentially. 3 wide for the lead going into turn 3 off of the backstretch. It looks like Kenseth might move to the point here as the others fall back behind. So good racing so far. Lots of 2 and 3 wide racing. Austin Dillon looks inside of Matt Kenseth. Looks like he's going to get the spot if he can keep him outside here. 3 wide, pretty decent ways back in the pack there. Kyle Larson right on the back bumper of Austin Dillon here from the helicopter can. And we got contact in the middle of the pack here, and we've got a crash already. The big one looks like it's broken out, and even more cars piling up into the back of it. Clint Boyer is rolling over. Oh my goodness, in turns 1 and 2, Clint Boyer goes tumbling. And look at the pack. It has been absolutely thinned out. Absolutely incredible. So that is one of the things we had to fear here, as we'll get to a replay as soon as we can. But one of the things that was going to happen, you just knew it was lingering there, the potential for the big one. And it struck fairly early on. And it has absolutely thinned out this pack as Kyle Larson takes the lead going into lap 4. Let's take a look at this replay here. Looks like we've got one ready. And man, we're going to start here from the helicopter view, looking at Clint Boyer. It looks like the 78 and the 17 make slight contact there and go up and just collect everybody behind them, and they pile in, trying to slow down. Clint Boyer just gets tossed around, tumbles down onto the apron and into the grass. Here now looking at the pack from the inside here. Yep, just the 78, the 17, they got stuck 4 wide there, and there's just not enough space, and they got piled in behind, and Clint Boyer got hit just right by the 78 to get tossed around, it looked like. So what a big crash here. We'll take a slow motion look at what happened here. You can see it's the 78 on the inside, the 17 and the 77 in the middle with the 14 on the outside, and a hard hit for Ryan Blaney as well as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into that outside wall. They hit that one pretty hard, and the 14 backs in defenses does the 77. The 78 and the 77 collide. Those are 2 teammates. And a lot of these cars sneak by on the inside. Suarez, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch. A lot of these guys came really close to being in this. But unfortunately, as you see in the back of the pack here, a lot of these guys just got piled into by, who is that, Cole Witt, DJ Kennington, Ty Dillon's in there. And the 78 looks like got hit behind by Danica Patrick, and that pushed it into the 14. We're going to ride on board here with Ryan Blaney's on board here, and you can see he just got absolutely blindsided by the cars on his inside and just got caught up in that one big time. We have another on board here. This is going to be on board with Chris Buescher. He barely snuck by this accident. Look at the crash right in front of him. And that was a great move to get down and get by that, and he didn't lose hardly any momentum. Got right back in line with Matt Kenseth, and they moved on and got back up here. And this is on board with Clint Bowyer. This is going to be one hell of a ride right here. You can see they're inside of him, and here we go. He gets hit, turned around, spinning out. Look at the carnage behind him. Gets hit by the 4 hard, and over he goes. Look at this camera angle. Absolutely incredible. Just right over, and we lost the camera right at the end there. So back to the live action now. It looks like Kyle Larson is still leading this race here. It's lap 4. And the 5-car pack leading this race. 42, Kyle Larson. 20, Matt Kenseth. 37 to Chris Buescher, who just got by that wreck as we saw from his visor cam. The 95 of Michael McDowell and the 3 of Austin Dillon. So it looks like we have a couple of cars lingering in the back. It looked like Paul Menard and another black car. That might have been Brendan Gaughan in the 75. And we'll get a look at some of the other packs here. You see this is a big pack here back on the backstretch of cars. Those might have been some cars that got some damage from the wreck that are trying to limp home, and got a couple more just behind that 2-car pack there. They lift Kurt Busch out to dry there, but a couple of laps left here. On to lap 5 of 8, and looks like we might have a challenge for the lead here. Possibly no, but 3 wide for second. Goes back down to 2 wide. Matt Kenseth gets up to second. Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell trying to form something on the outside, although it doesn't quite look like they're going to be able to do it. Coming down the backstretch. A 5-car pack. All of these guys want to win this bad. You know they do. What an upset it would be for a guy like Chris Buescher or Michael McDowell to win this race. You know it would mean a lot for Austin Dillon to win here at Daytona in that 3-car. Kyle Larson, he would love to get a restrictor plate win. You know Matt Kenseth in his, what would be his final run. Obviously retiring at the end of the 2017 season. He runs second. Kyle Larson still being pushed out front though. As we move on to lap 6, 3 laps to go here. What do you say we ride on board with Chris Buescher's helmet cam? As you can see, he's at the back of this 5-car pack for the lead as they go single file going into turns 1 and 2. Coming out, going to come out onto the backstretch here. I have a feeling they'll probably pan out a little bit wider. Mike McDowell makes a move low, so does Matt Kenseth possibly trying to get underneath of Kyle Larson for that lead. There's only a handful of laps left here. This is only a dash of a race. So they all want to make their move as early as possible. And it looks like Matt Kenseth has indeed gotten to the inside of Kyle Larson here with help from Michael McDowell on the bottom. Chris Buescher really doesn't know what to do here. He can pick the outside lane and the inside lane. It looks so far he's going for the outside lane, but he comes back down to the inside. As we come to the tri-oval here, 2 laps to go. So a lot still going on. Still a good fight through this only 5-car pack. It looks like the pack behind him has started to bulk up a little bit, though. That pack of cars, as you can see here now, they have kind of gathered up. I don't know if they'll have enough time to really catch this lead pack or not, but they are fighting it out for their positions. Kind of looks like Chase Elliott got into the wall there a little bit. But back up to the pack now. Matt Kenseth leads. Michael McDowell looks inside. Doesn't quite get there. On board now with Matt Kenseth looking out of the back. Right at the nose of Michael McDowell's number 95 machine. As Kyle Larson looks to go on Michael McDowell now. For only a 5-car pack, this is phenomenal racing as we get the white flag is out. This is the final lap. And a couple of lap cars up here. I wonder if they'll be able to negotiate them without any trouble. And they might not be able to. Chris Buescher goes below the double yellow line and takes the lead, but that's not legal. All of the regular NASCAR rules do apply here, except for obviously caution flags, evidently. But that is going to be a disqualification, a black flag, because you cannot pass below the double yellow line. So controversy already in the first annual Christmas Day Bash on the final lap, as 2 lap cars held up the field, and Chris Buescher just eliminated himself effectively from winning this race after going underneath the double yellow line for the pass. And Michael McDowell is in the lead because of that move. And Michael McDowell might not get past, but that pack from behind has caught him. Can they do anything? It doesn't look like they'll be able to do it. And the absolute upset winner, Michael McDowell, wins the first annual Christmas Day Bash. at Daytona. Absolutely incredible. What a race. Just absolutely insane for those last few laps there. Man, those lap cars really changed the game there. Hard to wonder if anybody could have passed Matt Kenseth had those lap cars not gotten involved, but controversy on the final lap. Chris Buescher, you see him there out front, did take the lead and the checkered flag, but passed below the WL line. That's not legal. That will result in a disqualification. He will most likely go to the tail end of the lead lap. But man, Michael McDowell is your winner. That is going to be huge for him, for that little team that could, Levine Family Racing. You know they're going to be happy about that one. So, congratulations to Michael McDowell for winning the first annual Soundhead Entertainment Christmas Day Bash as he does some donuts in the infield in celebration of his win here at Daytona today. So, congratulations once again to Michael McDowell of Levine Family Racing for the upset win here at the first annual Soundhead Entertainment Christmas Day Bash. Hopefully you enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying your holidays, and we hope that you have a very happy new year as well. So make sure to tune in, because we're going to be doing this again next year as well, and that one might be even crazier. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and we'll see you next time.